see the law of this jungle. It's as old and as real as the sky. And the wolf that abides will prosper, but a wolf that breaks it will die. You see out here in this jungle, we run it forward and back. For the strength of the pack is the wolf, and the strength of the wolf is the pack. I used to run with the pack, nowadays I run for the pack. Represent from the front to the back, balls in my heart, my city on the map. I was in the field, you're sitting on the bench. See me in the gym, rep till I'm bench. Sweat till I win, that's a victory stench. Yeah, we stay ready for the war, man, I settle in the score. Settle it. Right now I'm with the hype, I ain't in it for the light. I ain't in that. I was down on the ground, now I'm up for the fight. I'm on it. See sight at the dark, now it's into the light. Out for more, down for my team. I wake up and I'm chasing a dream. Done dirt, but my crep stay clean. Send for me, rude boy, how you mean? Look at my camp with the verses. Clean sheet in him and I'm on the first with. Prize fighter, I'm taking the purses. Death match to your family in hearses. The law of this jungle, we run it forward and back. For the strength of the pack is the wolf, and the strength of the wolf is the pack. You see out here in this jungle, we run it forward and back. For the strength of the pack is the wolf, and the strength of the wolf is the pack.
A huge occasion at the home of football. Wolves against Chelsea. Julian Lopetegui facing off against a manager he's already beaten once this season, Frank Lampard, back in charge of the visitors. What can Wolves do? How do they cope without their captain, Reuben Neves? We will get to the team news very shortly indeed. I'm Mikey Burrows. As you can see, the Hall of Famer Andy Thompson and the former Wolves defender Lee Naylor are alongside me here at Molineux. We want your thoughts as we go through. At Mikey Burrows, at Wolves on Twitter. Use the hashtag Wolves Live to have your say. It's also the Foundation fixture today. We'll talk about the Foundation a little bit later on and see some of the work that they've been doing as well. And of course, we will look back on a couple of really important victories against Chelsea in past seasons and hope that a bit of that magic rubs off on the current team, because Tomo, we need a little bit of magic today. Games are running out. Players, fans, everybody's getting a bit nervous. This is going to be a really tense run into the rest of the campaign.
Well, it is, as we was talking off air, we're talking about the fixtures, what are coming up, not only for us, but for the other teams that are around us. And from 12 downwards, it's going to be really tight. And again, you've got to try and put something together. You've got to try and get some kind of victories out of these games that are coming on. I know we've got Chelsea, we've got Brentford, we've got Leicester in the next 3 games, but we've got to get something out of them. We know that we've got to, but we've got to defend better. We've got to defend better and make it difficult for teams. I thought that first half against Forest last week, I think it was too easy, especially when I spoke to you about the goal. It was just too easy the way that he went through us. So look, we've got to be up for this battle. We've got to make sure that we take everything that we can into the games and make sure that we try and get something out of it.
Lee Naylor, pressure can do weird things to weird people. And I say that because I've got 2 of the weirdest alongside me. But it's a situation...
Must be somebody on the other side, mate.
It's a situation that you kind of... We'll learn an awful lot about players in these kind of matches, no?
Yeah, I mean, the manager will, especially. Because, I don't think he's been in this position before where... Well, he hasn't, especially in the Premier League, when he's fighting for the life of the club to be, still be in the Premier League next season. So he'll find out about his players good enough. He'll find about the ones that have got the grit between their teeth, the fighters, the ones who can handle the pressure. These next few games, there'll be a lot on the line.
Well, let's take a look at the team news for today. There are 3 changes. That man on your screen, Diego Costa, starts against his former club, having come off the bench last week. You might notice there is no Raul Jimenez in the Matchday squad today. We don't think there's an injury, but we will try and check that information for you. The other changes involve João Gomez coming in for the suspended Reuben Neves, and Daniel Podence starts the game, having come off the bench and got the equaliser at the City Ground a week ago. We are still anticipating it to be a 4-2-3-1, with João Gomez playing alongside Mario Lemina as the midfield 2. What we're told is potentially Mateus Nunes will play from the right with Podence from the left and Cunha behind Costa, though that could change depending, I guess, on how things go during the game. Bentley, Collins, Neto, Wang is back, Sarabia, Matinho, Traore, Hodge and Bueno make up the substitute options. Tom, I will come to you first because I know Lee Naylor has strong opinions as to where Matheus Cunha should play, though not where we expect him to play. But your reaction, I guess, to Costa being in and Cunha dropping back into a different role?
Well, I'm surprised Jimenez, well, for whatever reason, we don't know what the reason is, he's not playing Jimenez. As I said before, okay, Costa did okay when he come on in some of the games, but I just think that Jimenez has got better legs on it. I think that he can run it a little bit towards the centre halves, works hard up front, closing people down, and I don't think that's in Costa's DNA. I don't think that it's going to be something that he can do as well as Jimenez, in my opinion. But we don't know what the circumstances are why he's not playing. But again, we've got to score. He's coming up against his old club, maybe. That's the difference why he's playing. Costa, but he's coming up against Chelsea.
He did well, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He did well when he come on. I thought that he did well. He was involved in a roundabout way with the goal, where the ball's coming to him in the penalty area. But just for me, I just think that, because Jimenez holds it up a lot better for him, he's more mobile, in my opinion, on the pitch. I know he hasn't scored, and I know he hasn't got the most out of it when he started in games, but I'm surprised at that one. Surprised Traore's not playing. Adama, I'm surprised he's not going in the starting lineup just to push Chelsea back. Because, again, just with him playing, I just think it just puts the frighteners up a lot of teams just with him playing on there and makes them a little bit wary about what's going on. So I'm surprised in that a couple of decisions from the manager.
Lee Naylor gone in, Matheus Cunha. I like him as a 10. I know you'd like to see him a little bit wider.
Yeah, I mean, there's a few games I've seen him now out wide, and I just think he gives more to the team. His work rate is exceptional. I don't think he's an out-and-out goal scorer. That's why I'm not having him as a number 9. But I do like him coming off the sides, coming off and helping in attacks, and also getting back. As I said, his work rate is top. So especially a fullback, you're going to love that he's playing over on your side because you know you're going to get help if needed. But at the same time, he can get up the pitch, he can cause problems. So for me, if he comes off the wing, then yeah, I think it's a good decision.
We'll talk more about the team news, get your reaction to it as well. At Mikey Burrows, use the hashtag Wolves Live to have your say. Let's take a look back at the best from the action from the City Ground. Cunha with a flick on from Dawson's cross. It'll come through to Totti, a couple of yards from the corner flag. Pulled backwards to Mateus, trying to lift his cross. Off the crossbar! Comes back to Matinho, who can't quite get a full connection. And it's behind for a goal kick. Don't know whether that came off Diakate.
It was off the defender.
Matheus Cunha.
No, it was the defender.
Diakate, I think it was.
Diakate, yeah.
Breathing a big sigh of relief.
He was.
Helped on down the line for the run of Semedo, had gone on the underlap. Semedo's cross is a good one. Matheus Nunes. Oh, how has he not scored? Here comes Gibbs White, up to the edge of the box. It's lifted towards Brennan Johnson. Right inside of the area, Brennan Johnson scores. Jose Sarr started to come. Didn't get there, and Johnson from an acute angle put it underneath him. And Forest lead at the City Ground. Here comes Dennis in behind Dawson. Dennis is going to run through, left-hand side of the penalty area. Emmanuel Dennis trying to cut back onto his right foot, saved by Jose Sarr, and the follow-up is wide. It's a big miss by Brennan Johnson. Totti just did enough to put him off. High ball by Neves, one in the air by Felipe. Kilman into the danger zone. Costa brings it down. Tees look for Neto to strike it, deflected. It's the path of Daniel Benz on his right foot. Daniel Benz finds the far corner, and Wolves are back on level terms. It's a vital goal, a huge moment to salvage this must not lose game. Forest 1, Wolves 1, still 7 minutes to go. The drama is not over yet.
Reuben, a big point in a tough match. How was it out there for you?
Well, big match, as you said. Point is a point in Premier League. Of course, we wanted to win the game. I think we showed that since the start of the game. They had, I think, one or two chances on the first half. They scored. We had the same as well. We didn't score. That's football. But then our reaction on the second half was really good. We controlled completely the second half. And I think we deserved the goal. And maybe if there is a team that deserved to win, it was us, because they just didn't want to play on the second half. They just sit there with 11 men behind the ball and try to go on the counter-attack. Of course, they have really, really fast players up front and a lot of quality, so they create one or two chances on counter-attack. But in terms of playing the game, they didn't want too much to play. So I think we deserved a little bit more from this game. But I think if we keep the character we had on the second half, we'll get a lot of points.
Well, it was Pedenz's 6th of the season and a brilliant goal as well. What was that moment like from where you were?
Well, it was amazing. It was really important for us. He gave us the boost to try and win the game. And we deserve it as well. Like I told you, we were feeling that we were in control of the game, but it's so hard to play against teams that sit there on the back with every player. It's really hard to find spaces. It's mainly they were playing at home with their fans supporting them, so really hard. But fortunately, Danny scored a great goal for us. Really important point.
He's now our top scorer this season so far. Are you pleased for him?
Yeah, of course. We need goals. So everyone that scored goals, it's really important for us. That's it. It really doesn't matter who scored goals. It's just for the team. We need to work for the team, and I'm sure we'll score a lot of goals from now on.
As you said, we kept pushing and kept fighting right until the end. Was that the message from Julen at half-time?
Yeah, of course. From the gaffer, from the players, because we were feeling we were playing better than them. We were in control of the game, even in the first half. Most of the time we had the ball. We controlled the game really well. They went there, like I told you, one or twice, and they scored a goal. So we never felt like the game was loose. We always felt that we'll get our chances and we'll score a goal. So fortunately we scored one. Like you said, it's an important point. We wanted the 3, but it's an important point away from home.
And the away end was bouncing when that goal went in at the end there as well. What would you like to say to our travelling fans today?
Well, as always, fantastic support. Our stand was full again, so really important for us, because they really help us a lot. Even away from home, we just can hear our fans on the stadium, so that means a lot for us and that helps us a lot. So it was a point. I think they are happy with the point. I know they wanted more, like we do. But like I told you, a point is a point in Premier League, and every single point will be really important till the end.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Reuben.
Thanks.
He's aware that 1 in 8,333 make the cut, and so he's thinking about scoring while he's lacing up. He made sure he ate good and got his 8 hours in. The gaffer told him just focus, and you'll do nothing but win. And even though the things on Snap kept on buzzing down his phone, he had a little peek, he swiped right, but he made sure he left them alone. It's no distractions, I've gotta keep that hunger and focus. Check my kickback twice and remove that chip off my shoulders. Can't be late, I'm trying to be the first one to the ground. Headphones in, I'm vibing, bucking, listening to SR and Pounds, thinking it's nerves. But then I think, some of these man just talk enough. Take it easy, and don't go too intense on the warm-up. Man like Kai, quick firms, but you know he's gonna be marking me. I can't get caught flat-footed, and he knows just how sharp I'll be. Match scenario, 1 inch space, and then I'm in there. Quick 1, 2, boom, first goal, that's me. Get in there, calm down. I gotta keep myself composed, and I can't get too gassed, because it wasn't the cleanest of goals. I need another. To go first team, I have to make a statement. Remember, talent can only take you so far. It's the hard work that sticks out blatant. You know Ryan's got a ping on him, so when he gets it, you're gone. Fake coming short for the ball, then drop the shoulder, race on. Are you a speedy one, bro? Is the defender kinda slow? And if so, it's all about that first touch towards the goal. Because if it's dead, then you're given time to make up the ground. And if it's good, you hit the back of the net, make that beautiful sound. The gaffer's watching, he's making notes, and then you see his assistant walk up, He tells you that they're impressed and that you've earned yourself a call-up. Then he says, wait, before you even think about making the team, make sure you go home and get those dirty boots clean. Man, this is nuts. I'm shaking. Wait till I tell my mum and the bros. I'm gassed, I've been grafting for this. But still kinda mad I've been chose. Crazy. Anticipation. Use all the emotions to feed desire and fuel performance. Tell your boys you're locked tough and tomorrow's game is enormous. Match day, you're in the tunnel. Get yourself at the back of the line. Close your eyes for a second. When you open them again, it's your time. Wolves. Next gen.
Do you have what it takes? It's the strategy, the discipline, the anticipation, the defeats, the victories, the people who get it, the people who don't. We are Wolves Women, and we are their official FX trading partner.
I want you all to give a massive Molyneux welcome to Mateus and Diego Costa. Right, have everybody got their tickets ready? So if you've got your tickets ready, the lads are going to pull the names out and we'll tell you what name it is for you to cross off your list. Here we go.
Okay, here we go. Ooh.
Who we got first? And first one is?
Pablo Sarabia.
Sarabia. Hello, Sarabia.
Sarabia. Okay. The second one is Joe Oggi.
Joe Hodge. The second one is Joe Hodge.
Oggi. 61, Diego Costa.
Diego Costa. Hey! Next one.
Johnny.
Johnny.
Yes! No. Yes. Oh, no. Okay. Thank you. Ta-da-da-da. Badam. Badam. Messi. No, wait. Mario Lemina.
Lamina.
No? Yeah. Ta-da. João Gomes.
Joe Gomez.
Yes. Craig. Next one, Craig Delson.
Craig Dawson. Number 15.
Yes, good, huh? Good, huh? Yes, win. Are you late? Oh. Congratulations. Mateus Cunha. Yeah. Congratulations.
I'm not very good at this. Yeah.
There you go.
Ah, lovely.
Very good.
It won't be dry yet.
Yes. Welcome.
Wolverhampton is a proud and diverse city, proud of its history and proud of its people. When times are tough and life is challenging, Wolverhampton stands together. At Wolves Foundation, we are the heartbeat of the community. We support thousands of people across the city of all ages and abilities. Half of the people we work with are from areas among the most deprived 10% in the country. We encourage people to become healthier and more active. 92% of our participants have improved their mental and physical well-being. We develop lifelong learning and skills. 90% of our participants have improved their educational achievement. We work hard to build safe, strong, and active communities. 84% of our participants feel they have contributed to a safer, stronger, and more inclusive community. Football is such a powerful sport. It brings us together and drives us forward. At Wolves Foundation, we are proud of our work and proud of our impact. Creating opportunities and changing lives.
Today is the foundation fixture for Wolves today, and they do some amazing work. If you can, hopefully go and support them. Please find out more details at wolves.co.uk. Mikey Burrows, Andy Thompson and Lee Naylor with you, counting down to kick-off, which is just under 25 minutes away now. One element of the team news we've not discussed, gentlemen, Nails, I'll come to you first, is the midfield. João Gomez getting the nod to be in there, and Mateus Nunes kind of staying in this advanced midfield / wide midfielder / wide forward type role. What did you make of that selection?
Yeah, for me, it's all workers, all the ratters, all the parts of the game that you don't like doing. These boys enjoy that. So for me, it's a good selection. I think with Gomez and Nunes, they've got legs. Lemine's got that presence. So yeah, for me, it's a really good selection.
Tomo, I mean, he could have gone with João Moutinho. Many people might have expected him to go with João Moutinho, but as Niall says, he's gone with a bit of youth instead.
Yeah, he has, and look, and that's one thing that we're going to need, his legs in there today, with the way that Chelsea pass and move and the way that they play in their midfield area as well. So look, he's gone with the youth in there as well, but there's quality in there. We've still got to see the potential of our players. Mateus Nunes, I think that he's still got a lot to offer. I know he wants to play in that central position. He's got an opportunity today. He's got an opportunity to go out there and show us what he can do in that central role that he wants to play.
There's some really interesting kind of mixed reactions to the team news today. Wolsey says, like it, Mikey, can only hope for a big performance. Wayne says, much more balanced side. We just need to show some fight / positive forward play and ruthlessness. Richard says the balance looks much better. However, the mentality also needs to be hugely improved too. Connor says he's happy with it. Would have liked to have seen Raul on the bench at least, though. Another one says, got to be some interesting stuff happening in training that leads to these decisions. And Sai asking about Reuben Neves. As far as we understand, he's not injured. He's just not making the matchday squad at the moment. But it is, I say, essentially, well, let's talk about that left-back position, because Hugo Bueno is back. He's on the bench, came off the bench last week, did relatively well. But, I mean, maybe it's an element where he's not 100%. It's a position both of you know really well. Tom O'Reilly's word on Totti last week, so now I'll come to you again first. Totti is a left-back. Thoughts?
He's strong, he's big, he's fast. I wouldn't put him out there too many times, but on the odd occasion when he's needed, then yeah, I think he's someone who you can rely on just to put him out there for a game or two. I'm not going to put him out there for the season, but it's one where he can fill in. For me, there must have been a conversation with the Ain't Nori. There must have been a conversation that maybe coming to the end of the season that they've had behind closed doors that he might be on his way. That's the only reason I can't see him being involved. So yeah, it's a bit weird, but there you go. That's football.
I mean, look, Reuben Neves has not been in this team for a little while, Tomo, and we saw, didn't we, when Johnny got the shirt, when Hugo Bueno got injured, I guess kind of where Ain't Nori is in the pecking order. But in terms of Totti, it may well be Raheem Sterling that he's up against this week. He was up against Brennan Johnson effectively last week. Pretty similar type of player in that kind of play that can get in behind you. We saw with the Forest goal, I know you were furious at the way Wolves defended that Forest goal, not just Totti, but all round. They have to be tight, don't they? They can't allow that lifted ball into the penalty area like they did last
No, they can't. And I just think that, I was critical of the way that we defended, and I wasn't just having a go at Totti. I thought they got through our central area of midfield too easily. Say, was it 3 or 4 players we had in that central area, and they just went through them with ease. And then it was just bounced up nice for him, and he just played it through to Johnson, who I thought Totti was probably covering a little bit too much, and he was never going to get near him. He left himself too much to get him. And then so as soon as the ball's come to him, you knew that he was going to hit the target. And like I say, I know we questioned Sarr coming out whether or not he should have, and we thought that he should. He should have come all the way. But I just think with Totti, good defender. Generally, I think that what will let him down is his distribution from that position for me. I thought he did well in the second half, but I thought the first half he struggled against Johnson.
Okay, let's take a look back at a recent victory against Chelsea.
It was very important. We came from 2 losses, but we are very happy with the game that we have done. We work hard since the day one. We work hard since the last loss because we want to get together, get 3 points in this game, and we work so hard that we get what it's deserved in this game.
Hopefully some good omens. We'll look back on another one in a couple of minutes' time before we finish. Tomo, how do we go about it today, and what are we expecting? Because Chelsea under Frank Lampard are clearly going to be pretty different than Chelsea under Graham Potter, and yet he's only had a couple of days. They're a squad awash with incredible talent. It's a ridiculously tough game, this.
It is. It was always going to be a tough game, no matter who's in charge of Chelsea. We were laughing at the amount of players and quality that they've got in the whole squad. They've still got some of the players missing from that as well. Mason Mount's another one that they've got. But look, they've got an abundance of top quality players, and we know it's going to be difficult. But what you've got to do, you've got to compete with them. You've got to make sure you don't make it easy for them. I was disappointed against Forest, where I thought Forest overrun us in the first half, and we just couldn't get a hold of it. But second half was a lot better. I would like us to be a little bit more positive and get at them, because I thought it was a little bit negative, and I've said this time and time again, where we'd rather play a ball square or backwards rather than looking forward and being positive with our play. And I'd like to see us do that in the remainder of the games that we've got, and I think starting today.
Nails, prediction time. How do you think it's going to go?
Hopefully we're going to see some goals. Not in a loss, but I'll go for a 2-2.
2-2. Who's going to get those 2?
Cunha and Nunes.
Oh, okay. Tomo?
I'm going to go my usual, 2-1. I'm hoping that Matas is having a really good game, so I'll go with him as well for one of the goals. And I'm going to Costa, hopefully.
Oh, well,
so throw one out there, an actual centre forward that we can score.
Yeah, you've left the way for me, so thank you very much.
Well,
we're
just courteous, mate. It was your birthday last week, and you never told me, so
well, yeah.
April Fool's Day doesn't surprise me.
1-0. Diego Costa, baby. Diego Costa to get the goal today. Come on, big man.
We'll take it.
His time against his former club. This could be the moment. What a day it could be. Hopefully, there is a good performance today. Live radio commentary from Tomo Nails and myself at wolves.co.uk and on the move anywhere in the world via the Wolves app. Absolutely free from Wolves TV. We'll leave you with the best and the alternative highlights from when these two first met all those years ago after promotion. Hopefully, the omens will rub off.
special. It really was. I think it was needed. I think in terms of how we want to play and how we want to do things, it was there on show tonight. And I thought we were a little bit unlucky first half to go 1-0 down, but we did. But the boys bounced back, and the character of this club shone through.
I think it was fantastic work from the boys. The boys work really hard, and that's the only way to play these teams. You have to run more than them. You have to balance more than them, and when you have your chances, take it.
It's like a relief for me because I'm a forward. I like to score, and of course when that doesn't happen, I'm not happy. So fortunately for us, I could score and I could give it the lead at the moment and the victory in the end. So we are very happy with that.
All the long throws were hitting them. I think
Where
not
did that
many
come from,
not many people were expecting them, but I think the long throws were hitting them as well, and it was something we wanted to add to our game. So it was a real good night for everybody, and like I said, to go behind and then come back and score the 2 goals how we did was really pleasing.
A couple of days as well. Birthday yesterday, Premier League goal today.
Yes, I think it was the best gift I could give myself.
The law of this jungle is as old and as real as the sky. And the wolf that abides will prosper, but a wolf that breaks it will die. You see, out here in this jungle, we run it forward and back. For the strength of the pack is the wolf, and the strength of the wolf is the pack. I used to run with the pack, nowadays I run for the pack. Represent from the front to the back, balls in my heart, my city on the map. I was in the field, you're sitting on the bench. See me in the gym, rep till I'm bench. Sweat till I win, that's a victory stench. Yeah, we stay ready for the war, man, I settle in the score. Right now I'm with the hype, I ain't in it for the light. I was down on the ground, now I'm up for the fight. Seaside at the dark, now it's into the light. Out for more, down for my team. I wake up and I'm chasing a dream. Dumb dirt when my crap stay clean. Send for me, rude boy, I am me. Look at my count with the verses. Clean sheet in him and I'm on a verse with. Prize fighter, I'm taking the purses. Deathmatch and your family in hearses. The law of this jungle, we run it forward and back. For the strength of the pack is the wolf, and the strength of the wolf is the pack. You see out here in this jungle, we run it forward and back. For the strength of the pack is the wolf, and the strength of the wolf